Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 3 qualifier out here at Dexterity Depot in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania for another one of our qualifiers, one of our last two out here for the Premier Series this year. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Travis Rosen on the mic today, and we are ready to be getting started with another superb qualifier out here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Billy, it's going to be a great weekend of Ninja action. And you're right, we only have a couple weekends left of qualifiers before the finals in mid to late November at Modus. It's going to be a great weekend, though. We love starting off with these kids. They might be young, but they definitely are mighty, and they're going to really show everybody what their ninja skills are all about this morning.
Indeed, they are. Massive shout outs to our course designer, Matt Bradley. He has designed the last two courses for the World Ninja League Championships out at the Greensboro Coliseum, and he has put on an incredible show in the ninja realm and has incredible grip as well. And you can, if you've seen footage of Dexterity Depot before, then you guys are definitely in for a treat, because we have got a very, I think the best way to describe the courses for today are nostalgic, because it's like a time capsule of ninja throughout the years, and I'm excited to be seeing how it'll go. But first, this is a Premier Series competition, so we're going to be having a look at how the rules are going to go and how our athletes got here for the Premier Series, which I'm very excited to be telling all of you guys about momentarily. We have got a lot of kids out here. We've got 12. We've got 4 in the female division and 8 in the male division. The top 4 athletes are going to be making it over to the Premier Series finals at Motus in a couple of weeks. But for the courses that we're going to be running today, we've got 2, the placement course and the challenge course. On placement, if you fall or run out of time, your run is over, simple as that. And on the challenge course, every athlete gets 2 retries, but you can only utilize a retry once on an obstacle. So if you fail an obstacle and you have a retry available, you can then retry it, and if you complete it, then you can carry on with your course run as intended. The purposes of both of these courses, the placement course is going to be seeding the run order for the challenge course. And so if you get first place on the placement course, you're going last on challenge to see more people go. You've earned that right. And for the challenge course, it is ultimately going to determine who qualifies for our Premier Series finals, which are happening in just under a month now on November 22nd and 23rd. The top 4 athletes going over to Motus Ninjas, every division from kids to elites, male and female. All the top 4 in those divisions from every qualifier are eligible to go out to the Motus finals and compete with every other athlete that may have qualified throughout the Premier Series. I am really excited. The time is getting closer. It's like the countdown to Christmas, but ninja. But the Premier Series finals are an absolute gem to behold in the grand scheme of ninja. And I'm really excited to be getting on with it in just under a month. But rooting it back over to Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, Dexterity Depot out here. We are seeing the gym out here. The first time that Dexterity Depot has been in the Premier Series. And I guarantee you guys, they're going to put on a show.
Yeah, definitely, Billy. With Matt Bradley, the course designer, his experience, especially you mentioned the role that he played last year in the championships, everything like that. You know this is going to be a great course that he's put together today. I'm excited to see what it's going to be. And this first placement course, it's all about speed. Although I think it's going to be a little bit longer as far as the time goes, as compared to some of the other competitions we've seen this season. So I'm really curious to see. Right there, you can see the names of the obstacles that are going to make up this placement course, but I'm excited to see exactly what they are.
Absolutely. It's going to be an incredible way to start out our Premier Series weekend out here at Dexterity. We've got 7 obstacles. I think the average throughout the entire season for the placement course has been 6. And we also have the time limit being slightly higher than a couple of our past competitions at 1 minute 30 for our females and males out here in the kids division, and we're going to have the kids female division going first for our 7 obstacles. We've got the spring cliff, the rope jump, the sonic curve, the Lachey lane, diamond dash, the silence, and fidget fun. We might be able to see the Fidget Fun in the distance right there with the spinners all hooked up there at the top. And I believe we should be getting a demo soon, if my mind serves me correctly. But there we go. We have got our 12 athletes on the board right there. All of them from around the local area, a couple neighboring states as well. One of the more accessible regions, I think, for Ninja as a whole. Pennsylvania, more northeast area. A lot of athletes and gyms coming over. So I expect a lot of big names out here for this competition, and I'm excited to see how these kids are going to fare.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a competitive morning, that's for sure. But you mentioned it earlier that the top 4 competitors move on to the finals at Modus. And for this female division, there's only 4 competitors. So they kind of control their destiny, so to speak, because if they get past the 3rd obstacle in the challenge course, which is to come a little bit later, they will punch their ticket to the finals. So it's much easier for the females to get that coveted spot. But for the males, we have 8 competitors. So it's going to be definitely much more competitive. You know, these guys are going to be really gunning for one of those finals spots. But even in the female division, you know, everybody wants to do their best. They want to hit some buzzers. They want to come out on top in first place. So it's going to be a great day of competition regardless.
Indeed, it will be. We're going to be having our demo runner shortly taking on this placement course to start things off. As you said, Travis, very speed orientated, a lot of fast movements, and dexterity, as the name of the gym implies, definitely plays a large part for the placement course out here for the Premier Series. We're going to be getting our demo shortly for these 7 obstacles, all of which are going to be done in 1 minute and 30 seconds out here, 90 seconds in the full aspect of everything. And I'm excited to see how it's going to go. Obviously, the difficulty of the courses, both on placement and challenge over the course this weekend, are going to adjust. So keep an eye out, guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the competitions that are going to be held out here for the rest of the weekend. So we get to see the progression in how these courses can be adjusted to see who ultimately is going to come out on top in every division.
Yeah, definitely, Billy. And like you said, there are typically some minor tweaks and adjustments from age group to age group. But one thing we've seen throughout the entire season for this kids division, sometimes there's only so many different changes that can be made. And so with their smaller size and shorter wingspan, sometimes what even seems to be more simple obstacles can be quite challenging because maybe it's a very far reach, very big jump or grab. And so we'll see. And here's the demo run.
Here we see Matt Bradley, our course designer, taking things on right here, showing us all what to be doing. Rope jump right there, easy, simple stuff. Sonic curve as well. Lachey Lane popping along through. Lovely stuff there from Big MB out here. Diamond Dash, not a problem. The Silence, going to be coming up here on the little campus board up there. Now jumps down over to Fidget Fun. Nice linking action. I wonder if we're going to be seeing any links shortly from our kids. I'm hyped to see what can be happening out here.
Yeah, definitely. And especially kind of like what I was just talking about with this age group and their size, if they can do those links and those laches where, you know, some of these immediate movements right after each other, that is such a time saver and can really help differentiate who gets first from, you know, much further back in the pack. So we'll see if these kids can do that. Again, it might be a little harder because of maybe smaller wingspans and things like that. But boy, if they can do that, that's going to make for an exciting course run.
Indeed, it will be. We have a lot of course runs to be getting on with throughout the course of this weekend, though. So let's have a look at what is still to come for our Premier Series weekend out here at Dexterity Depot. We have got the Mature Kids Division coming after this at 11:15 a.m. Eastern. And the preteens are going to be finishing out today at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then tomorrow, the theme is going to continue with 3 competitions on the Sunday of things. We've got the Amateur Division starting out early at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the Teen Division following suit at 11:30 a.m. And then the Elite Division is going to pull on through to kick things out for our Premier Series weekend at Dexterity Depot. 3 minutes, 3:30 p.m. There we go, coming along through into the stream schedule. Stay tuned for all of those guys, but now the action is going to begin with Avery Stanko out here getting ready to go on the placement course, starting out the Dexterity Depot weekend.
Yeah, well, it looks like Avery's ready to go, maybe a bit nervous. She's the first runner. That's always tough, Billy, because they had the demo runner, but being the first competitor is always challenging because you're kind of setting the bar for the rest of the competitors on how to do things or how not to do things. So she's looking good right now.
Indeed, so quite the challenging prospect going first in the entire weekend out here. But you can see her trying to gauge the grasp on through rope jump and is through the sonic curve as well. Now here she is going to be taking large swings to ensure she makes it up to the bar. Nice, gets that good grip.
Yeah, this is right here, these big laches that for this size can be a little bit challenging, but she's looking good right now. I'd love to see if some competitors today can actually link those going right after one another, but here we go in this balance.
Here we go. Ooh, there's going to be our first fall right there on the Diamond Dash. I think that could be a potential ninja killer out here on the placement course. You really need to have fast feet in order to make it through that obstacle, and you need to try and aim for the center as well to see how far you can get and try and stabilize them almost. But now, Brianna Moore is going to be our second competitor out here, rocking some amazing sunglasses in her picture right there. So let's see if she can avenge Avery's fail on the Diamond Dash and see if we can progress further into this placement course.
Yeah, I'd love to see some buzzers hit, Billy, but that Diamond Dash obstacle is going to be tricky. Those types of balance obstacles are always challenging. Like you said, speed and quick footwork, that's the name of the game, and even having your balance a little forward too. So if you fall, you can fall forward. That saved me more times than I can count in my ninja career, but right now, Brianna Moore is looking good.
Indeed, so you can see her moving along through onto the rope jump, not a problem, and straight into Sonic Curve. Doesn't want to be wasting any time here. Oh, there we go, Travis. We're seeing some links and some pop-throughs here, just kind of reaching there. But now onto Diamond Dash. She really has to lock in here. Nice foot placement.
Yeah, that was perfect. She had the speed, she had the quickness, even her body was positioned forward just right. Oh, that was textbook.
Here she goes again, tries to wrap herself around this wall to get onto that box there, tries to use the ring to prop herself up onto that red platform, having a bit of trouble trying to boulder on through here, but 40 seconds, she's dismounted and now is onto the final obstacle, the fidget fun.
Yeah, I think she's looking super locked in right now. She probably could have even linked that right there, but no need. Oh, nice, nice,
Hey!
nice.
Lovely stuff there. Brianna Moore, only 2 runs in to this placement course, and we already have a buzzer. The floodgates are now open, courtesy of that amazing run right there. You could see her trying to conserve as much momentum as possible. That definitely has the potential to be one of our later runs on the challenge course when we get there.
Yeah, that was super impressive for Brianna. She was only the second runner up, and yet she pretty much put on a clinic of how to do it. So hopefully the other competitors were paying attention.
Indeed. So now then we have Logan Talecki coming along through here, coming out of the Reach Ninja team out of Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Going to be coming along here, one of the strongest kid females in the game. Currently, you can see her taking massive reaches out here on the cliffs and now onto the rope jump. Going to come on through, big swing, lovely.
Yeah, she's got good aggressiveness. Looks like she's got a good pace going right now. Probably a little slower than what we saw from Brianna, but still, right now, Logan's looking real solid.
Here she goes, trying to pull on through. A lot of core strength, wanting to get a lot of swing for this dismount, which she gets. And is now going to come on through to Diamond. Oh! Almost there. Just lost the balance midway through, and that ultimately knocked her off pace. Still incredible from Logan.
Yeah, that's still a really good run. And as everybody can see for this placement course, one fall and you are done. So very unforgiving, but still, I think that was a good run from Logan. Probably helped get some of those nerves out, the butterflies out. So when she comes back in the challenge course, she will be even more ready to go and show everybody what she is about.
Blakely Lathroom coming in now, coming out of Kinetic Ninja Warrior out here, out of Maryland. A minute 25 as she now reaches up to these cliffs out here. Got to be careful of them shaking as well. Looks like they're on springs, so you need to have that extra grip. But Blakely is not having a problem currently. It is now going to take a massive jump over to the rope jump. Hanging on through, not a problem. Onto Sonic Curve. Now trying to set herself up, ready for the laches.
Yeah, and I'm going to be interested to see how she handles these laches right here with, again, her body size and the reach required. But she looks focused. Let's see. Wow.
Yes. Nice power coming through from Blakely. Keeping that same kind of technique flowing through the rest of these bars now. Just over 40 seconds as she tries to build up momentum, ready for this dismount. Maybe one more backswing. It seems to be further than the rest of the gaps that we've seen on this course. But time is ticking as she's now coming through onto the diamond dash. But unfortunately tips over the front side of that second diamond and is now out.
Yeah, well, you said it earlier, Billy, that the technique needed for diamond dash is very fast footwork. You got to go quickly. Now, maybe somebody can do it going a slow approach, but I don't know if I've ever seen it. I definitely never experienced it like that when I was a competitor, but still solid run out of Blakely. That was a good job.
Now then, moving on to the lively lads out here. The kids male division now starting with Jace Hansen coming out of Ninja Logic. He's 8 years old and began Ninja 2 years ago, following his big brother's footsteps. Jace is also a very grateful for his coach from Ninja Logic as well. Jace and Coach Keith have also have got an incredible bond, and it seems like that bond is really starting to show its power on these courses right here, and is now coming into the lache lane. A minute left.
Yeah, Jace is looking good. He's a little hesitant. You see some extra swings and kind of sizing things up here and there. But hey, if that helps you from not falling, then that's great. But let's see if he can get diamond dash.
45 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. You could see there his feet completely in the center there as he now comes onto the silence out here. Trying to move on through this little campus area. Swings on out. One hand over the other on the rock. Tries to make a bit more space so two can fit on at the same time evenly. Reaches around using that wingspan in a very good way. But now 20 seconds for Fidget Fun.
Yeah, he should be able to clear this if he goes quickly. But taking these extra swings, I'm not sure, Billy.
Almost there. Come on, just under 10 seconds. The time is going to be very close for Jace. Reaches out. Only one more backswing needed as he dismounts, and with 1 second left.
Oh, no.
No, what? He missed the buzzer.
Oh,
I think he thought he needed to go up the warped wall to get it, but unfortunately, super close there. He would have had it as well. He got a buzzer in our hearts.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that they're somehow going to give it to him. It says say full clear there. Obviously, that was just a little confusion on exactly what's next, and that is one of the tricky aspects of this sport of ninja. You get shown this course right before you go, and if you're not paying attention, you might get a little confused in the midst of your course run. So super important to mentally be dialed in on what exactly is required of you. Little confusion there out of Jace, but still great run.
Indeed. So now then, going to be carrying on the kids male division. Next up is going to be Drew Elson out here coming out of the Ninja Fitness Zone. Started Ninja in 2022, coming out of Haddonfield, New Jersey. Aged 8, he's moving along through very fast.
Oh yeah, I love his pace right now. He is flying. Have not seen this level of aggressiveness out of anybody yet, Billy.
Indeed, so there we go. Nice control with the lower body, trying to get through these links very fast. Diamond dash 1, 2, 3. Easy stuff there. Barely any tip.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
wow! Look at that skip! Brilliant! A minute left on the final obstacle, Travis.
Yeah, this is just beautiful right here. Oh my goodness.
Oh my lord. Drew Elson coming in with an absolute clinic on that placement course right there. Let's have a look at that again. Straight out of the gate, he was moving through minimal movement, trying to skip as many things as possible. We could have one of our top 4 athletes coming through right here already. Drew Elson, impeccable clear.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be hard to see anyone go faster than that. Although these kids are really good, so I'm sure somebody can do it. But I don't know if I saw any wasted time, any wasted movements out of Drew on that run. That was beautiful.
Now then, Silas Shepherd coming in now. Ooh, a little bit of a stumble down the first cliff, but redeems himself, coming along through now. Easy stuff. As he now comes along through onto the rope swing, not a problem. Sonic Curve is now in the process of being done, as he now comes through onto the shale lane.
Yeah, Silas is looking good. Obviously, we're not seeing as many links, but oh, he's getting those ones. That's good.
Yeah, I think he might have heard you and got reminded of how fast the placement course really needs to be out here with links included. Ooh, yes, easy. A bit offset coming out of the obstacle, but still makes it through. And now Silas, our Virginia representative, coming along through the silence. Not a problem, as Fidget Fun is right in front of him.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get this similar to Drew, who went before him. Oh, he's taking some extra swings, but he still has so much time left, Billy.
Indeed, he is utilizing it to the best of his ability. And there we go, a second buzzer hit in the kids male division. Absolutely loving the stuff we're seeing so far.
Yeah, definitely. I was so impressed right here on Diamond Dash. He had his weight back a little bit, and it's really hard to make an obstacle like that if you don't have your weight forward. So great stuff from Silas right there, and he hit that buzzer with plenty of time to spare. Currently, he's in second place.
Now then, Travis, next up is an absolute legend out here in the kids male division. Our reigning world champion for this division, Owen Alzheimer, coming along through a dexterity regular. Started Ninja 3 years ago. He's an 8-year-old Ninja Warrior dominating the sport with skill, speed, and determination. Last year, he finished top 10 at the World Ninja League championships and now managed to get first place with a stage 3 clear at Worlds in the fastest time. And now here he is in the Premier Series, hoping to get another first place championship title to his name, but he starts out here with a qualifier very fast.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how he tears up this course. I mean, to be 8 years old, but yet considered a legend, that's pretty impressive.
You can see they're quickly matching on each of those bars right there, placing his feet very well on Diamond Dash as he now pulls on through. Ooh, a bit of a ring whiff to start things out, but quickly moves along through, grabbing the side of the wall there as fast as he can, and now is going to try and link these fidget spinners possibly. There he goes, keeping that momentum to the buzzer. Owen, second fastest of the day so far, 36.72.
Yeah, that just shows how good these young ninjas are. That was an impeccable run, and yet it was still only second place. It looked so good. You'd think, oh, new first place, but still only second place. But wow, Owen, super strong run right there. He's going to be in a great spot from a run order perspective later on in the challenge course.
Indeed, he will be. Now placing 76th at the World Championships last year. Greg Mikhailov coming out of Florida, so a bit of a trek to get over here for this Premier Series qualifier, but he's coming along through, showing us what he's all about. Only 6 years old for the start of this season as he now comes through into Sonic Curve, and he is showing us everything here.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the younger kids in this kids division, but he is looking really strong.
You can see the power as he kind of forces his legs forward to keep that momentum going, and through the Diamond Dash he goes. Now coming into the silence. Whoa! Massive reach over to that second ring right there. We can see Greg trying to pull on through to the rest of this course now, but a bit of a slip on that red platform, trying to get a bit of momentum from that ring. Reaches over to the side of the wall and now only has the fidgets left.
Yeah, that was a great fix from him. He got a little... Whoa!
Whoa! Greg with the one-handed link. We don't get that every day. Brilliant.
Oh my goodness, that shows just how strong he is. That's so hard to grab with one hand and support your whole body weight in a swinging movement like that. That was incredible.
Oh my goodness me. That's one of the most satisfying moves I have seen from the kids division in quite a while out here. That's going to put Greg in third currently. in the third fastest time to the buzzer with only 3 more athletes left. So we're going to be seeing how the leaderboard is going to be adjusted going into the challenge course with Noah Salcedo coming through here, coming out of Nova Ninja, and CrossFit Laudon coming through here.
Yeah, and being one of these ladder runners now, it's really helpful because they've seen what the previous competitors have done, the time. Oh no!
Oh no! Unfortunate slip there. He tried his best to go onto the rope jump there, but it seems like his hands just slipped all the way down that rope. That's going to put Noah first on the challenge course run order, possibly. He might be going first due to him being 6th currently. We're going to be seeing if our next competitors adjust to anything, but you really can't take ropes for granted out here. Still very good stuff.
Yeah, he was looking really good, really calm, really collected, and I'm not sure if his just kind of grip, he whiffed that rope or just hands were super slippery, but in any event, good job. Here's RJ Moreland.
RJ coming along through here. We can see his blue hat nearly falling off there, but dashing through the dexterity wind out here. As 1 minute 15 comes onto the clock. Now he's going to set himself up for some very neat links right there. You can see just trying to put his legs behind him. Very fast so far. As he now comes through into diamond dash. 1, 2, 3. Nice. A bit of a wobble on the first diamond, but he's okay.
Yeah, that was a great recovery there, and he's looking really good. Very solid run right now.
Indeed, so only the fidget fun left to go. He's going to be having fun on these fidgets, hopefully, as he is going to keep some momentum going, taking back swings when needed, and a nice solid dismount. There we go. 3rd place for our kids, males, 47.22 to the buzzer. Lovely.
Yeah, these young kids, they're making this look super easy right now, Billy. I'm really impressed. That was a great run from RJ. Nice work.
I absolutely love this division so far. So much speed out of everyone. We can see right here, we are 5 for 7 on male buzzers out here for this placement course out here. And we could maybe have it be 6-8 out here, possibly, with our final competitor, Graham Bickle, coming through on the start line in just a moment, coming out of Burlington, New Jersey. 64 pounds, age 7. He's going to be getting ready for the Dexterity Depot placement course.
Yeah, and it's great place being the last runner. Can be a little bit pressure packed because everyone's watching your last, but you've definitely had the most prep watching everybody go. And right now, Graham's looking good.
You can see him here trying to pull on back. He's not particularly linking anything, but slowly but surely he's making his way through these obstacles. Oh, is that going to be fine? I think he's okay. Yes, even though he slipped very close to getting out there. I think Graham, as I said earlier, is going to try his best to utilize the most time possible here. He knows quite a high time limit is at play here, and he's utilizing it.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more cautious approach, but again, if you know that going super fast increases your chances of falling, you run your race. Oh, that was some great balance right there.
Yeah, a bit of a close call there, Travis, out of Graham Bickle currently, but he's still got 38 seconds left coming into almost the final obstacle out here as he's now looking down the line to the buzzer as he now puts himself onto the fidgets.
Yeah, he's just wow, barely got that. Just a couple more moves away from hitting that buzzer. Come on.
Yes, lovely stuff there. Graham gets the final grab, and with that, we are 6 for 8 on the placement course clears currently. Graham, 1:13.9 throughout that run, slowly but surely getting a buzzer, though that is going to put him pretty early in the run order for the kids male division, despite a buzzer being hit. But still, Travis, that is one of my favorite placement course sessions I've ever seen.
Yeah, seriously, they did so well, and having so many buzzers hit in this male division, that just goes to show how good these young male competitors are. Normally you hit a buzzer and that guarantees you a pretty good run spot in the challenge course, but we just saw that run. Graham hit the buzzer, but yet he's going to be the 3rd runner up when we get to the challenge course. So really good stuff from these young ninjas today. This is going to be only better in just a bit.
Indeed, so we still have the best yet to come for the challenge course. Well done to all of our kids females as well. Brianna getting the only buzzer there, but Blakely gonna be our first runner after we come back from the break when we get ready for the challenge course. The challenge course is going to be absolutely mental, a very nostalgic challenge course for longtime fans of Ninja and Sasuke predominantly. Be sure to keep a lookout for any obstacles that you might be familiar with seeing on the Japanese side of Ninja. But regardless, we're going to be letting these guys at Dexterity take a moment to set the course up for the challenge course. And from Billy Dixon and Travis Rosen, we get us guys. We'll be seeing you shortly.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slap chalk! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slap trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Welcome back, everybody, to the WNL Premier Series Season 3 qualifier at Dexterity Depot in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Travis Rosen out here today on the microphone. How are we feeling?
Oh, it's been a great competition so far, Billy. The placement courses are always fun to watch, but now it's the challenge course. Much different in structure, typically, usually much more difficult in the sense of you have so many obstacles back to back to back, really tests your endurance, your overall skill level as a ninja. And this is going to be fun, though.
Indeed, it will be. I'm very excited to see how things are going to go for our athletes out here today. We have got 12 of them, 4 of them in the female division and 8 of them in the male division. And I'm very excited to see how things go. One athlete in particular I am very excited to be seeing out here on the run order is our reigning world champion, Owen Alzheimer, coming out of Dexterity Depot, a regular here has all the ingredients to get a first place out here today. An 8-year-old ninja dominating the sport with skill, speed, and determination. He has proven to be one of the best young ninjas in the world out here. And this year, he's continued to rise to the top by securing 3rd place in the All-Star competition, 1st place at Northeast Regionals, as well as 1st place in the championships. And 2 more firsts in the Premier Series will definitely not hurt him either. Definitely going to be looking out for him on the leaderboards out here and hopefully in the Premier Series finals at Motus. But before we get into anything, we have got a couple of our obstacles that we're going to be talking about quickly when we come over here. We've got 9 obstacles on this challenge course. A bit of a shorter approach, honestly. We've seen like upwards of 12 obstacles within the course over the length of this Premier Series so far. Now we have 9 with a time limit of 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I want to say. No, 3 minute 15 seconds, actually, if you're correcting. But yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to this. We've got a lot of Sasuke replicas. Travis, you've been on Sasuke before, back in 2011, when you really started to get into the grand scheme of ninja, and seeing a couple of these obstacles that you may have attempted, honestly. How do you think it's going to fare for these kids?
Well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really exciting to watch them tackle some of these throwback obstacles. Things that back in my day were still considered quite challenging, but is most likely child's play for some of these athletes these days. But yeah, definitely it's great seeing kind of an ode to Sasuke where all of ninja got its roots long ago. And yes, getting to compete there long ago when I wasn't quite as old, still old, but not quite as old. Super, super huge privilege. And that was such a fun time.
Indeed, it was. I remember watching you and a bunch of the other top Americans at the time going out to Japan on British telly, honestly, when I used to watch it as a wee child. I remember watching it and seeing a bunch of some of my favorite athletes in the world take on a course like that. It was absolutely mesmerizing. And it's kind of evolved out here throughout the years. Matt Bradley, a Sasuke fan as well. I actually remember thinking about this now. A couple weeks ago on Matt Bradley's Instagram story, he was talking about Sasuke obstacles and how he built some back in the day. And I can't remember which one it is out here, but I want to say that the chain reaction is the one that he talked about. This was the first ninja obstacle he ever built with his father back when he was just a child. And he just came through and has added it into the challenge course out here for our Premier Series. And it's also kind of appropriate as well because the 43rd Sasuke tournament is currently filming right now. So good luck to all the Japanese athletes out there. But rounding it back over to Dexterity Depot, we have got 9 obstacles getting ready to go for our athletes. Very, very excited to see how things are going to go. We have got the demo runner, which is presumably going to be Matt Bradley out here testing things out so we can see how all these obstacles are going to fare in action.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's put together because we were talking about this before we started, Billy, but the placement course was a little bit longer from a time perspective than we see in a lot of the qualifiers, but yet today's challenge course is a bit shorter from a time perspective. So speed is definitely going to be more of a factor. I'm curious to know just how much muscular endurance these ninjas are going to wind up needing, what type of balance elements he's going to have in there. Obviously, you can't quite tell just from the names of these obstacles. We'll definitely get a clear picture when he does the demo run momentarily. But regardless, it's going to be fun, but definitely a bit quicker challenge course than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. With a tighter time limit and less obstacles, these kids are really going to have to motor on through these courses right here that they're going to be taking on. And I'm really excited to see how it's going to go. We've got the demo ready to go to see how all these kids are going to fare for this challenge course. The retries are available. We can see Matt Bradley, our course designer, getting ready to go. He's been the course designer for the past 2 World Championships for 2024 and 25. And in his gym, Dexterity Depot, he's getting ready to show these kids what they are going to be up against right here on the Sonic Curve, making a return from the placement course coming into Popsicle Sticks, which seems to be just a couple of rings out there. Then the kickoff on to these rings out here. Nice little ring slider on a little cube. Loving that. A bit more ring action on these hooks out here. Looks like the left turn is going to be what that is. Now moving on to the treacherous triangles out here, where it seems like our athletes are going to have to utilize the cliffs on the side of those triangles. That's going to be difficult for these kids and a lot of our youth divisions. We've got the swivel doors coming along through out here. Lovely stuff right here. A floating door variation inspired by the OG Sasuke obstacle, the floating boards, coming along through onto switchback right now, inspired by Noah Munia. Now coming along through, here he goes. Nice, lovely stuff. Onto the chain reaction currently, I would assume. It looks like it's the Grip Reaper, actually. Yeah, look at this. A Grip Reaper coming along through right there. It's the up for grabs. This is one of all time. This is one of Bradley's, or hang on. This is one of Matt Bradley's favorite obstacles ever to round things out on the challenge course. The 9th obstacle out here, an exciting end based on the spider trap from both A&W and Brett Sims' tipping rope wall out here. So it seems like Matt Bradley has pulled out a lot of different areas of Ninja and has kind of fused them together for this challenge course out here. And I'm excited to see how it's going to evolve throughout the divisions out here, Travis. But we are very close to starting out with our kids' female division, with the first athlete being Blakely Lathram.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for sure. I love what Matt Bradley has put together. Really enjoy seeing that rope climb at the very end. I have a sensitive part in my heart for rope climbing, and that's going to be a challenge though for these kids at the end, especially that Grip Reaper. Also right before that, lot of grip strength required at the end, the tail end of this course. So it's going to be a challenge for sure. I'd like to see them obviously hit those buzzers, but those grip strength, their grip strength is really going to be tested for sure. But yeah, you said Blakely Lathram is first up. It's challenging being first. We talked about this in the placement course, but even though they saw a demo runner, obviously Matt Bradley, a little bit different size and has a different skill set than some of these young kids. So watching him run through it is very different than watching an 8-year-old who's maybe a foot and a half shorter run through it. So it's going to be more challenging for sure. And Blakely has to set it off for everybody. She gets to try to set the bar high for everybody, but it is a challenge. So, everyone's going to be watching to see how she does. And again, that's why it's so important to have a later run spot if you can, because you get to watch what works and what doesn't work for the competitors before you.
Absolutely. I think one thing to keep in mind when you're going into a Dexterity Depot competition, a lot of grip and full body awareness is going to be needed. And we're going to be seeing if Blakely, our first competitor on the challenge course, is going to have the skills necessary to pull on through each of the 9 obstacles on this challenge course at Dexterity Depot. And she's going to be getting short. She's going to be getting on with this challenge course momentarily.
Yeah, and whenever you get a challenge course like this, it's always tricky from a ninja's standpoint, because you need to be able to conserve energy and strength, but yet time is of the essence, especially with a shorter time limit like today's course has. So she's off. We'll see how she does.
Hold up a second here. Might have to take another go on Sonic Curve, possibly. Okay, so it seems like we're going to reset the run out here, getting ready to take a second attempt here for Blakely. Just a small technical issue, possibly, on the first obstacle for Sonic Curve. So this is no big deal. Just going to take this a second go out here. Not a problem. Getting iced, though, is Blakely out here. So we have a couple of experiences with getting iced ourselves in Ninja, Travis. It's definitely a very jarring experience, to say the least.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Standing up there on that starting platform, waiting and waiting and waiting, you've got the nerves flying around, and it takes so much mental fortitude, but that is just another one of the obstacles ninjas have to overcome.
Indeed. So now Blakely doesn't seem unfazed with anything currently, as she is now getting ready to go. The beeps are sounding as she is now coming along through with the Sonic Curve now, and she's along through and off on the course, coming into the popsicle sticks.
Yeah, and even an obstacle like this, we watched Matt Bradley go through with a demo run, and he just flew through these. But again, he is most definitely an adult with a huge wingspan, so even this obstacle that looks so simple is going to be a lot more challenging for these young kids.
Yeah, the kids division are really going to have to orientate themselves in quite a different way to just move along through some of the more basic parts of the obstacles, honestly, as we now come along through to kick off. A bit of a slip there on the warp wall. That's not going to count as a retry, though. I think she just needs to push on through and get up to that ball, but it seems like her feet are slipping on this wall now. But she's got it.
Yeah, that was a great way to just stick with it. Obviously, she was not expecting to encounter a slippery wall there, but she made the correct changes, and let's see if she can get now through this kickoff.
Oh, you can see she's trying her best to try and get it through. I think the cube might be on a little pulley system where it's getting like pulled back over to the starting point. So it really looks like she's going to have to force the cube down the track and then just kind of push it as fast as possible.
Well, I'm not sure if she slipped off there, Billy, or decided to just jump off and use one of her retries. Sometimes that's the best technique when you get kind of stuck in no man's land. Just jump off, regroup, try it again. And because sometimes we see athletes try and try and try, they waste all this time and energy, and then they have nothing left. So let's hope Blakely can get it on try number 2.
Let's have a look. 1.5 minutes. She's really going to have to motor on through the rest of these obstacles if she wants to get more done here. Blakely trying her best to even herself out. She's swinging side to side at the moment. Not having the best of luck here. Trying to even her swing. Nice perseverance as she swings on through there.
Oh, no.
Oh, could have gotten a reach out there to the rest of the obstacle. As soon as it hits the end of the track, you're really going to have to switch it up. 1 minute ticking down, her strength dwindling at the second.
Yeah, you know she's starting to get tired. I'm sure her hands are running out of juice there. She really did need to go. That first, when she made it across, she had to go right then. She's having a hard time. Come on, Blakely.
That's going to be it for her, sadly. It seems like her strength just ran out there after hanging for quite a while. I admire the perseverance, however. Hanging on those rings for a while, especially for a young kid, definitely not the easiest task. So I commend her for that, but still going to put her on the board right there as we now move into our next competitor, Avery Stanko.
Yeah, that was a good job starting us off from Blakely. Again, being first is not easy by any stretch. Unfortunately, falling on kickoff, she did not clear that third obstacle, so I do not think she made that getting that spot to the Modus Finals.
We can see here now Avery on the course through the Sonic Curve onto the popsicle sticks now as she reaches out to that ring. Stepping along here, trying to get the full swing to move through these rings and the rest of these holds here. Again, not the biggest wingspan for our kids, so having to utilize a bit more space on the obstacle as she is going to be trying to reach a nice technique there. Didn't want to lâcher out to it, so kind of just like turned around her body so she could just like look over her shoulder and reach for it, which works for her. She now comes into the kickoff.
Yeah, that was kind of a pro move from Avery. She looked like she was going to have a different approach, but realized mid obstacle that wasn't going to be the way to go. So she made a change right in the midst of it. That was great. But yeah, let's see if she's getting a little stuck here on kickoff, just like we saw from Blakely. So let's see if she can get this.
You can see she's trying her best. She reaches out now. She is going to have to move on through.
Oh, no.
Almost had it there. I'd love to see the mechanics within this obstacle to see how it properly works now. Just under 2 minutes, though. She's actually gotten back here to this point, keeping a hand on there, trying her best. It looks like she's trying to reach for that bar. So she's gonna have to commit to the move when it gets to the end of the point to just like move on through it.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if sliding with that ring with only one arm, freeing up your other hand to grab as soon as you get to the end there would be the way to go. But oh, Avery Stanko's getting stuck on this too.
Nearly had it. We can see here really trying her best to move on through here. Matt Bradley being evil to our kids right now. Avery reaching out to that last ring here. Needs to get the commitment. Oh, you could see she was reaching out but nearly had it. I think her hips just need to be a bit higher and then she can let go of the ring and lâcher over. Oh, so close, Travis.
Yeah, seriously, she was very close. This is one of those unexpected... Oh, no. This is one of those unexpected Ninja Killer obstacles that for a taller age group probably would not be much of an issue, but for this younger kids age group, it is challenging just to get that reach. So your technique's going to have to be pretty much perfect to do this. So hopefully Avery can get it on her second try.
She's going to move on through here, nearly slipped out from there. But honestly, she spent a lot of her time just kind of hanging there. So I think she does have the grip strength to keep moving through this obstacle. But I don't know, with 20 seconds left just now, she might time out.
Yeah, seriously, I don't know if I've seen a challenge course where somebody's timing out on only the third obstacle. So just shows this is a tricky course.
Here we go. 3 more seconds. Couldn't get it on that try there, but time runs out on Avery Stanko there. Persevering all the way through to the very end, which I admire.
Yeah, I love watching the perseverance. Even if somebody doesn't go as far as they had hoped, when they get stuck and there's a challenge, watching them continue to just dig deep and try to overcome, not giving up. I love seeing that. And that's what you really feel good about from a competitor standpoint, and also just the way that these athletes can motivate others from that type of determination.
Indeed. So it's really that ninja spirit that carries through all of these guys right here, especially in the kids division when they're just kind of starting out. But now we're going to be shifting on over to our third kids female athlete, Logan Telecki, coming through out here out of Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Just making sure she's all ready to go, coming through onto this challenge course. Has a retries available, but we're going to try and see if we can have our first clear on the kickoff obstacle here.
Yeah, and to our surprise, Billy, both female competitors to go so far have not made it past the third obstacle, which is kickoff. So unfortunately, they have not punched their ticket to the Modus Finals. Had they made it past that obstacle, they would have. So that is unfortunate. But hopefully Logan and Brianna, who are the remaining females, were paying attention. They're trying to get the technique right in their head of how exactly they want to go about that. And if there's any changes they feel like they need to make based off of how the former competitors have done.
Absolutely. With being later on in the run order, naturally you can pick up some tips maybe from the last few competitors, or just watch where they might have gone out to see what techniques you can then adapt to on the fly. So we're going to be seeing if Logan has the capability to get through the kickoff right here, our third obstacle being the main culprit here today.
Yeah, and like what I was saying earlier, it will be curious to see who winds up conquering that kickoff obstacle, figuring out the right technique. I'd love to see what I was saying earlier, kind of a one-arm technique. I'm not sure if that would help, but as they start down that track on the ring, if they're only one-handed hanging, they've got the other arm ready. So the moment their momentum stops, they should, in theory, be able to swing forward, grab the bar with your other hand that is not holding the ring. But sometimes watching an obstacle is different than doing it. So we'll see who finally figures out this technique, and we'll be taking notes.
Indeed. So we can see Logan getting ready to go. We've got another kids female athlete, Brianna Moore, coming afterward, who was our only clear on the placement course in the kids female division. She's going to be getting ready to go after Logan, and then it is all of the kids males turn. But now Logan, her turn is now, and we're going to be seeing how she can fare on this challenge course. Through the Sonic curve she goes, now coming into the popsicles.
I love watching an obstacle or having an obstacle like the Sonic curve as a first obstacle because it's really not super tricky. It's kind of speed based, kind of helps you just settle in and get ready for the course. Nothing super technical or requiring super balance. So I love having an obstacle like that.
Here we go. We can see Logan trying her best on kickoff now. 2:40 to try and figure this one out and get into a solidified first. She's already 7 seconds ahead of Blakely to this point. So she is currently in first, but we need to see. She's got a large pullback. Oh, her hands were literally on the pipe. Logan's right there. We can hear the crowd trying to urge her onto
there we
it.
go.
And there we go. We've got the grab onto the bar, and we're seeing the progression in the challenge course now.
Yeah, that was great. You could tell she was getting closer to figuring it out, and third time was the charm. I think it was the third time. Maybe it was second, but that was great stuff from Logan, showing everybody how it needs to be done.
Here we go. Trying to get the turnaround here. Trying to conserve your momentum in a different direction is very difficult. We can see her. She's swinging in all kinds of directions, but is going to try and conserve her momentum. Forward now. Yeah, there we go. Over a couple of swings. She's got it. Almost 100 seconds now. And she gets onto that second bar, gearing up a lot of momentum as she now comes along through into the treacherous triangles.
Yeah, she did a great job correcting her body swing. She was going all around like you saw. That takes a lot of core strength and a lot of patience. Good job. Oh, no.
Ah, almost had it there on that first grab. This is a very difficult obstacle. It kind of reminds me of Angry Birds from the last couple of competitions. That is one of Matt Bradley's inspirations for this. It's kind of like a combination of the boardwalk and the Angry Birds obstacle. Oh, nearly had it. Just loses a grip. A couple of Logan's fingers there. Just couldn't hold on. But still, progression in the challenge course. We love to see it.
Yeah, Logan did a great job right here. She was the first competitor to get past the kickoff obstacle. Great technique there. And even right here, getting her swing adjusted properly. But in the end, her fingers just not quite in the precise location where they needed to on the grab on those treacherous triangles. But still, great job. And with that, she did get past that third obstacle. So she did punch her ticket to the Modus Finals later in November.
Indeed so, but we have one more competitor that can join her in the kids female division, that being Brianna Moore, getting our only buzzer on the placement course from earlier and is hoping to get a buzzer on the challenge course currently. She has a retry. She knows what the other athletes are able to do, so let's see if she can move along through here with a lot of speed.
Yeah, it looked like a little maybe confusion or something there right at the beginning, but I'm super excited to see how Brianna does. I mean, she crushed the placement course. As you said earlier, she was the only female to clear that course, and she looked so dominating. And so let's see how she fares on the rest of this challenge course.
Okay, so she is going to come into the kickoff going for just that first ring. Going to need an immense pullback. Here you can see her gearing up a lot of momentum to immediately link out of that obstacle. That is how you do it. The boys are probably going to be taking notes now to see how fast we can move.
Yeah, that was beautifully done. We say it a lot, but sometimes the best ninjas make the hardest obstacles look easy. And we know that that is not an easy obstacle, but she made it look so simple. So great job to Brianna.
We can see her now trying to build up momentum for this massive lache, which she gets and links out of, and is now going to be climbing up, getting ready for the treacherous triangles out here. No retries used yet. Let's see if we can carry on that trend and be the first person to clear this obstacle.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her right here, Billy. I think she... Oh, no! I maybe spoke too soon.
Almost.
I was going to say that I felt like she probably has a lot of strength left, that she probably will be able to make it through this, but isn't just a strength issue. It is definitely a technique issue because obviously you've got the big lâché movement while those holds are spinning. Oh, there she goes.
Ooh, there we go. Okay, so she's gotten the grab here. Just needs to emulate that for the rest of these jumps here. Gets the second one at an angle. Only one more left to go. She's eyeing up the dismount, but she's also looking at the grips, which she's held on to.
Wow.
Lovely stuff right there. As she
That-
now dismounts and is now going to be getting ready to go on the swivel doors.
Yeah, that was just incredible watching her do that. I felt like every hold, I was like, I don't know if she's going to be able to make it, but literally by her fingertips, the last 2 or 3 holds there. But wow, right now she's making these swivel doors look easy.
Lovely stuff so far from her. Nice. Now coming into the 7th obstacle, the switchback. This is an agility obstacle inspired by our elite male champion, Noah Munia. Kind of quad step orientated. This has proven to be a difficult challenge for some athletes, but not to Brianna.
Yeah, that's actually really, really difficult. And she just kind of made it through like, yeah, no big deal. Now, what's next? That was pretty incredible.
Here we go. We can see her trying to gear up momentum for this chain reaction out here. Yes, gets hold of those 2 cones right there, but she is spinning, trying to get her momentum all sorted out again. It's really difficult to save herself in a position like this.
Yeah, that was an incredible grab. I honestly didn't think she was going to be able to do it, but Brianna Moore showing she has a ton of grip strength, but
Tries to go for it, but just falls out there, and that's probably going to do her in with only 1.5 seconds left. That's going to put her at the top of the leaderboard. Lovely stuff right there. Completed 7 obstacles. Brianna Moore easily going to be taking home a Premier Series finalist spot and 1st place.
Yeah, that was so good. Such deserving of that 1st place. Just got a little cut here on trying to get the dismount right there. That grab, so incredible. Way to go, Brianna.
That was brilliant. Lovely stuff. Love seeing the progression throughout these obstacles right here. But now we're going to be turning the attention over to the kids male division. We've got 8 of these guys lined up, getting ready to go for the kids males version of this challenge course, starting out with Noah Salcedo coming out here out of Nova Ninja and CrossFit. Coming along through CrossFit. Loden coming through here now. Just over 3 minutes, and he's trying to conserve a lot of momentum throughout each move. Very fast so far.
Yeah, I really like his pace right now. Not taking extra swings. Looking really good. He definitely was paying attention to the females.
Here we go. Noah. Ooh, a little slip there coming up to that little semi-ball. But is now going to be moving on through 2 minutes 45 as he's now trying to orientate his swing to get ready for the rest of this obstacle here to try and force it down the track.
Yeah, I will say Noah's going to have to probably be really on point from a technical standpoint because he is a bit shorter compared to some of the competitors. So this reach is going to be a little more tricky. Let's see if he can get it.
Here he goes. Ooh, had a lot of force going down the track, but wasn't able to reach out. But he's still on the obstacle. Let's see if he can try it again.
Oh, and this is one of those tricky no man's land areas we saw from some of the females. Okay, that's good. That was pretty smart.
Yeah, not needing to use a retry on the challenge course rules side of things, but he's able to reach out to that ring and try again here, try and set himself up for the rest of this lâché. But he is a bit diagonal right now. He's not in a direction to reach out, but now he is. Here we move. 1 minute 40, almost had it there. And that's going to be his first retry used, but is now going to start out with a run-up. Maybe this could help him.
Yeah, let's hope that it does. It seems like Noah's just having a little bit of a challenge just figuring out this right technique, which again might be a little more tricky because of his wingspan, but I still think these young ninjas are so good that he could definitely get it. But let's hope that he's learned from that first attempt, and when he slides down this slider that he's ready to reach that bar.
Here we go. 1 minute 10. A bit of a diagonal approach there. Yeah, he's not completely getting a straight swing, and that's going to do Noah in, sadly. Very good effort there. We could see him persevering throughout every move. Still, very good job.
Yeah, that was a great job from Noah. I bet you he wanted to go further for sure, but still showed a lot of tenacity. And sometimes there's these obstacles that it's just hard to figure out. And you can go back to your gym afterwards, try to replicate something like that, train, practice, so you're more prepared the next time.
Now then, Jace Hansen coming out of Ninja Logic is next up now. Coming out of Manchester, Maryland. Just 3 minutes and 5 seconds on his clock to get through these obstacles now. As he's shifting along through these popsicle sticks with a good pace. As he reaches out to that ring. And the rest of these holds to dismount. And then come along through to kickoff. A very large hindrance for our competitors today.
Yeah, and we'll see if Jace can be the first male to get through this kickoff obstacle that obviously was such a challenge for the females. And our only male competitor to compete before Jace so far. Oh no!
Oh, couldn't get it there. It looks like Jace didn't have enough height for his hand to reach up to that bar. So let's see if he can reach out back to that former ring and maybe get it out. Okay, so he's going to take a tactical retry and give it another go from its stationary position.
Yeah, again, we've seen some of these athletes get this obstacle so easily, but then others get so caught up. So hopefully he can make the proper corrections and... Oh, there we go.
Yes! There we go. The nice reach out there from Jace Hansen. That is the beta unlocked for the males now. As he's now coming into the left turn. A lot of swing generation with directional changes out here from Matt Bradley on course design right here. So it's really testing these guys' kind of gravity control almost to see if how can they can like control their body weight going in certain directions and carry the momentum. Jace coming along through, trying to get momentum to get over to that Lachey bar. Nice! And links that dismount.
Yeah, that was good stuff from Jace right there. Took a lot of swings to get enough momentum, but once he did, he made that Lachey to the bar and then an immediate dismount. That was really, really nice.
1 minute 23 now. He's going to be trying his best to swing on up. Oh, nearly had it there, but just didn't have enough momentum to get his hands in the correct place. Now Jace is going to utilize his final retry. Try and get his hips up higher a bit.
Yeah, definitely needs to get his hips up higher. Needs to throw with his hands a little more strong to get that height required to get this grab. Hopefully he can get it. Oh!
Nearly had it there. His hands got a bit closer to the edge, but that's going to land Jace in first place for now. Let's see if that can hold up. I love the perseverance he had. Great clear on the kickoff, one that's been causing havoc all day.
Yeah, again, you love to see it when an athlete gets tripped up on something, they regroup, regather themselves, and try it again and make it. That is overcoming at its finest. So great job by Jace.
Now then, Graham Bickle, who is our final competitor on the placement course, but now our third runner on the challenge course right here. Let's see if he can adapt well to spot in the run order currently. Let's see how he can fare with these obstacles. Very treacherous as he's coming along through these popsicle sticks right here. Nice. Doesn't even need an extra hand on the blue disc there as he now comes into kickoff.
Yeah, that was really good work right there from Graham, not even requiring an extra hand placement, going right to that next ring and then dismounting. So now let's see if he can get this, Billy.
Reaches out. Nice. 2 minute 40 now as he swings on down. Oh, fingertips were right there, dude. And just loses his grip and is going to take a retry out here. A 7-year-old from Burlington, New Jersey is really fighting.
He was so close. He actually did kind of what I was talking about earlier before we saw anyone clear, where it's kind of a one-arm technique. And it nearly worked. I think he just needed a little bit bigger swing prior to going down on that ring slider. But hopefully he can get it here on try number 2.
Here we move now. 2 minutes 12 as he gears up momentum to reach out. Gets it this time. Lovely stuff. And is now going to be moving on to our fourth obstacle, the left turn. Let's see if he can keep this successful momentum moving.
Yeah, and I love even just looking at Graham's face. There was so much determination and fight in his eyes. Just I'm gonna get this obstacle. So that was good stuff.
Trying to force it forward right here to then lachey it over to that bar in the distance, which he barely misses. Just didn't have enough height to grab onto that bar. His fingertips barely tapped it though, so he's going to take his final try on this obstacle.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to see from our camera vantage point, Billy, just how far that lachey is. These athletes need to really get a big swing because that's a far distance that these kids have to travel. So obviously Graham falling a little short there, but hopefully he can get a little bigger swing this time and get that fast grab and reach and make it through.
Going to be quite the task for Graham out here. Not the tallest athlete. We're going to see if he can try and utilize as much height as possible with these swings. Has a lot of momentum, just needs to carry it forward. This is way better than his last attempt. Can he make it? Yes! Graham Bickle with the comeback on that obstacle.
Yeah, definitely. He made the proper corrections, had more power, more aggressiveness, but he has no more retries left. So the pressure is on. He's going to have equal amounts power and aggression on this obstacle, along with quick grabs. Hopefully he can get it.
Oh, couldn't get it. I think the right side just kind of tilted up a bit too much and his grasp was knocked uneven. But still, a very great effort from Graham Bickle right there. That was really solid.
Yeah, he did a good job. Like I was saying, showed a lot of grit, a lot of determination, a lot of fight. He was really pushing hard for that. But in the end, you're right, just his hands came off a little off balance there and wasn't quite able to get that grab, but still good job from Graham.
Brilliant stuff so far from our male athletes. Now we're going to be seeing the rest of them take it on. We've got 5 more, starting out with Silas Shepard out here, coming out of Herndon, Virginia. Now moving along through gracefully, swinging through these obstacles right here. These holds, no match for Silas right here as he drops down and is now getting ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, Silas is looking really good right now. I'm actually excited to see how Silas and the remaining male competitors do, because you even saw it in the placement course that there was almost a little bit of added aggressiveness. Oh, look at him making it no problems through kickoff right there.
2 minutes 35 now. That's the fastest we've seen through kickoff today, I want to say. 32 seconds ahead of Jace to this point as well, which is lovely to see. Seeing that progression early on in the run order. 2 minutes 22 now. Nice linking momentum coming out of that obstacle right there. And now with 2 minutes 15, he's going to be chalking up and getting ready for the treacherous triangles. This boardwalk and Angry Birds hybrid.
Yeah, he's looking really good. He doesn't even look like he's breathing. Oh, no!
Oh, nearly had it there. Just couldn't get enough added height from that swing and gripping onto those cliffs at the side. Let's see if he can fare again.
Yeah, I was saying he doesn't look really that tired. I would think he has a lot of strength left. I think it's a bit deceptive for these young athletes just how much they have to swing and pop off these holds. Oh, there you go.
Nice. Good momentum coming out of Silas right here. Keeps it going. And now he's going to be moving along to the last one, but just dismounts out of bounds. So close there. But still brilliant from Silas.
Yeah, that was really good. He was able to make the proper corrections, made that kickoff obstacle look like cakewalk, but he was able to get the treacherous triangle, that second try, almost all the way through, but unfortunately that very last one did him in. But really good determination and a no give up attitude right there. That was good stuff from Silas.
All right. So it looks like that we have now got 4 more athletes left, meaning that we're going to get at least 1 athlete after this run qualified for the Premier Series finals, being Greg Mikhailov coming through here. Styling out with those rainbow shorts right there. Flourishing throughout the air of Dexterity Depot as he tries to pull on through very successfully currently fastest pace up to this point coming into kickoff.
Yeah, and honestly, Billy, I'm excited to see just what Greg can do right here, because even though he was a course finisher in the placement course, he looked a little frustrated with his time there. So I would imagine he's coming in here pretty fired up, and I mean, he looks fired up right now.
Here he goes, has a lot of momentum, wanting to get a bit more of a straight swing to secure himself, which he's gotten. Lovely stuff right there. And Greg Mikhailov has locked himself in for the Premier Series finals, but he's now going to have to shift on through the treacherous triangles if he wants to get a further result deeper into this course now.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can be the first male competitor to get past this obstacle, because again, this is tricky. It's not just making these leaps to these holds, but you can see that they're angled at different angles. They're not all the same. So this is a very challenging obstacle. Right now, Greg's looking really good.
Yes, lovely stuff there. Very consistent swings and grabs throughout that obstacle. Now coming into the swivel doors, inspired by the floating boards from Sasuke Stage 3. Out here, Matt Bradley, a large Sasuke fan here. A lot of obstacle inspiration for this competition coming from there. But Greg is having a bit of trouble trying to orientate his body weight to the left and right of these boards here.
Yeah, you're right. This is inspired from the floating boards from long ago. Definitely something that is a lot more tricky than you'd think. First time I ever tried that was in the Las Vegas finals, Stage 3, American Ninja Warrior. I did not fare well, but finally learned how to do it.
I can speak from experience as well. Doing the floating boards is one of my least favorite things to do in Ninja, but Greg didn't have a problem with that or the switchback. Now he's coming into the chain reaction, trying to get a lot of height, ready to grab onto these cones here. Greg nearly had it! Just the left side had a bit more pressure, and that let the right cone run away from him upward.
Yeah, an obstacle like this is deceptively tricky because you have to grab both of those cones with an equal weight distribution, because if you don't, well, the one side is going to pull the other one right off, and he was just off a little bit. Hopefully he can get everything centered just right, grabbing at the same time. You know that he wants this.
Here he goes, trying to gear up more momentum than last time to secure himself in for a good grab. Greg Mikhailov, 35 seconds. He holds on, Travis!
Yeah, I mean, look at that face. He is fighting for sure. That was a hard grab, undoubtedly. Good stuff.
Yes! Okay, final obstacle now, coming into the grip. Reaper out here, a bit of cane tech to come on through. Up for grabs is Brad's all-time favorite obstacle, the paint job on the door. No! 10 more seconds now. He has his final retry. Just misses that cane swing.
Yeah, this is actually a really tricky spot to have a cane-type obstacle. Your grip is definitely getting tired and taxed, and you still have to climb a rope to get up there.
Oh no! The whiff on one of his hands just couldn't hang on there. Greg, though, oh my lord, that was a brilliant run. Didn't have to use any retries until the chain reaction. That was absolutely brilliant there from Greg. Definitely deserved of a final spot.
Yeah, I mean, look at right there, that face expression. That was incredible. I think a lot of athletes would have gone down right there, but he fought through that and grabbed it and finished that obstacle beautifully. And good stuff, because I think Greg is perhaps one of our youngest male competitors out there today, and really, really good stuff. Well deserving of first place so far.
Now, one athlete who can definitely snag first from him is our next competitor, RJ Morland, out here with a fashion statement with that backwards blue cap. I'm loving that as he now comes through onto the popsicle sticks. Just over 3 minutes now. Pulling on back with a lot of momentum. Doesn't need that final ring right there. This is a very good pace from RJ.
Yeah, he's looking really solid. Looks like he definitely did some great mental prep. He knows his technique. Oh, no issues right there on kickoff.
Lovely stuff. 2 minutes 45 as he takes the ring with him, hooks it in, and is going to be taking that momentum forward with him. He's moving even faster than Greg.
Yeah, he is. He's going really quick. Oh, no issues.
Oh! The underbar from RJ, very, very nice so far. Onto the treacherous triangles, definitely on pace for a clear, possibly.
Yeah, he's looking super strong. And the way he's going about these obstacles looks like he's being very efficient from an energy and strength standpoint. So I think he should have enough left in the tank at the end of this long course.
Yeah, he's definitely being nice and conserving of how fast he's going through here. By spending less time on the obstacles, you're utilizing less energy, as you say. And it's definitely working in RJ's favor so far. That leaves him with a bit more time to sort out more complex obstacles, like those swivel doors, but he doesn't have a problem with it. 34 seconds ahead now of Greg as he comes into the switchback.
Oh, beautiful work right
Nice.
there. We've seen all these athletes who have gotten to that right there do it so brilliantly, because that's a really hard balance obstacle, but they're making it look easy.
Now then, here he is. Both cones have been grabbed. Here we go. RJ Morland almost out. Here, come on. Gonna try his best to conserve his swing and gets it. He now has 75 seconds for this final obstacle with a retry available. These are the best possible cards here, Travis.
Yeah, definitely. If I was RJ right now, I'd probably do what he's doing right now. Just chalk up, take a few moments to really size up the obstacle. You know, somebody might go faster later on, but you know he wants to clear this course, and he has plenty of time to do that. But this is a tricky, tricky finishing obstacle here. So let's see if he can get this cane and then up the rope.
Here he goes, trying to take backswing, shaking out on the cane. 40 seconds now, trying to gear himself up, needs a large backswing, but just drops down, it looks like. Gonna try his best to grab out again on that cane.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like his grip strength is definitely being taxed more than he let on. Just falling down like he did there, it looks like he might be running out of strength, but let's see if he can get it. Come on, RJ.
You can see he is trying his best. He's got 16 seconds now. He's in first currently. Could we get an extra point with that clear? He's not got the straightest swing, but he's going to have to go for it. Come on. Oh, just nearly had it, but he's too pumped. RJ, absolutely brilliant. Very fast throughout everything he did.
Yeah, that was a great, great course run. RJ looked pretty in control of everything that he did there. And he actually, to me, it looked like he had a lot of strength left. Then all of a sudden at the end on that cane, just there wasn't anything left. So like we've said, that's a very hard obstacle to have at the end when your grip strength is already pretty tired and pretty tapped out. So if anybody can clear this course and hit a buzzer, that's going to be pretty impressive.
There is one guy who can definitely do it. Our reigning world champion in the kids male division, Owen Alzheimer, coming through now. He's a Dexterity Depot regular. He definitely has all the attributes to get a fast time and possibly a clear. Very fast, very strong. He's coming along through very fast currently, coming into kickoff.
Yeah, he's looking so good. He looks so comfortable and in control. You said he's a regular here. That's always nice to have a home gym advantage if the competition is where you normally train. Even if you're not used to these specific obstacles, this is where you train, you're comfortable. And wow, Owen is putting on a clinic right now, Billy.
Very good so far. Nice. Doesn't even need a starting backswing on the treacherous triangles. You can see he's just kind of going one swing at a time. This is very fast. Owen, fastest up to this point, 16 seconds ahead of everyone else going into the swivel doors.
Yeah, seriously, so far, this is almost perfection out of Owen right now. And oh, I'm so excited to see how he fares on these last few obstacles.
Here we go. 2 minutes just over. Nice stuff as he comes along through switchback. Doesn't even need to take a breather coming into the chain reaction. Probably one more swing is going to suit him here. Owen jumps out and holds on.
Yeah, that was just excellent work. Again, I said it earlier that the best ninjas make the hard obstacles look easy, and Owen made that look so easy. And even getting some good foot technique right there on the rope to take a little pressure off of his grip. Oh, I think he can get this, Billy.
He's got a lot of swing, and he's got the tech and slides down onto the rope. Now just needs to take the climb up. Here we go, taking on the Brett Sims-inspired obstacle out here, the tipping rope wall. He's trying his best. J-hooks now up to the buzzer, and that's him finished. O.M. Alzheimer, the first clear on the challenge course of the weekend. Epic.
Yeah, that was so epic, Billy. He really was putting on a clinic there, showing everybody, hey, this is how you crush a course. He looked in control. He looked like he was dominating everything and had so much strength. I mean, even just the smarts too, watching use a foot technique on the rope to help conserve a little bit of extra energy. That was beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Look at this again. Oh, didn't waste any time at all. No retries used either. That is world champion material right there. Owen Alzheimer, first place, going to the Motus Finals, looking after another first place this year. Hopefully to get it in the Motus Finals when we get there in just under a month. But Travis, we still have one more competitor left to go, and it's a good one. Our fastest clear on the placement course from earlier is going to be Drew Elson coming out of the Ninja Fitness Zone.
Yeah, Drew was so dominating in the placement course, so I'm really excited to see what he does here now on the challenge course. We just saw an incredible run from Owen. So pressure's probably on Drew a little bit, but he knows that it can be done fast, and I'm sure he was paying attention. We'll see what he can do. This is exciting.
Here we go now. Drew Elson coming in. 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Nice. Utilizing the side of it, Drew. Now coming in 3 minutes onto the kickoff. Doesn't want to waste any time. You can see him kind of quickly locking off. Ooh, a bit of a stumble there with his hands. No biggie for him. Going to give it a second run through here. Misses it again by fingertips. One more attempt for him, possibly. He should get it on this attempt. Yeah, easy stuff there. Nice redemption.
Yeah, I almost think the locking off, kind of that pull-up type position, probably made his reach a little harder. So he did make a correction. Hopefully he didn't get like mentally frustrated by that. Sometimes when things don't go your way, you can get a little rattled in the middle of a run. But he's looking pretty strong right now. His time suffered a little bit because of that, but he's looking strong.
This is doing very well so far. Drew Elson coming in very fast currently. Just under 2 minutes and 10 seconds as he comes through these swivel doors now.
Yeah, a little caught off on the technique, I think. Not quite as smooth as we saw from Owen as far as knowing exactly where to put your feet. Whoa, almost a stumble right there.
He is doing okay so far. Still a bit behind Owen's pace currently, but that could largely attribute to the few attempts he took on the kickoff. But now he is swinging very high. No! Just whiffs it! One of his hands gets out on that chain reaction. Is going to take his first retry.
Yeah, you could see when he was flying through the air, it looked like instead of his body going directly down center, he was kind of off at an angle towards one of those holds, and that was a little too much for him to overcome. Hopefully he can straighten things out here and get it on try number 2.
Here he goes, 1 minute 25 as he takes the second jump and hangs on this time. There we go, 1 minute 20 as he's trying his best to even out his swing for that large dismount there.
Yeah, and these extra swings right here, Billy, good job, he made it. But those extra swings, it doesn't look like a lot, but when you get to an obstacle like this Grip Reaper, you really need all that strength. So if you've taken 4, 5, 6 extra swings throughout the course, you're going to be that much more taxed from a strength standpoint. So hopefully he can get it. He's going to have to dig deep.
Here we go. Let's see how his tech can fare. Drew Elson needs a large backswing coming in. Almost had it. You could see he had the precision, but just wasn't high enough. I think if he has one more swing, he should have it.
Yeah, I just wonder how much strength is coming into play right now. Just how pumped out, how fatigued those muscles are right now, because he really is going to have to utilize every ounce that he's got left. So, oh, come on, Drew.
Here we go. Needs a large swing. Here he goes. A large backswing, kicking the legs. Nearly there. Drew Elson just falls out at the final move right there onto that slider. But still, putting him into third place. And a Premier Series finalist spot is now his.
Yeah, great job from Drew. Great way to finish this age group. I know he was gunning for that first place and for a course clear, but still, he did an excellent job. The few issues that he had, he was able to correct and overcome, with the exception of that grip reaper at the end there. I think he was just a bit too fatigued, but really good job from Drew.
Absolutely brilliant stuff from all of the guys competing out here today at Dexterity Depot in the kids division. Well done to Owen, taking first place, no stranger to him, and first places on the podiums right there. Also well done to RJ, Drew, and Greg for also getting the finalist positions out here for the Premier Series finals happening in just under a month now. We're getting close. And well done to all the females as well. On the leaderboard out here, we had Brianna taking the first place spot for the kid female division, as well as Logan taking second, Blakely taking third, and Avery taking fourth. Well done to everyone that competed out here in the kids division. Brilliant stuff from all of you guys. We still have a lot of action still to come, though, Travis, throughout this weekend.
Yeah, this is a great way to kick off an exciting weekend of Ninja competition. You can see there the schedule that we have remaining for today. The mature kids, male and female, coming up in just a bit, 11:15 a.m. Eastern. Then preteen, male and female, this afternoon at 3:15 Eastern. And it continues tomorrow. This is a great weekend of Ninja competition, Billy.
Indeed it is. The amateur division is going to start things off early tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. The teens are going to be next after that at 11:30, and then the elite division will be on tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Not just that, but we still have a couple more competitions left to go for the Premier Series as a whole. After Dexterity Depot, we have 2 more competitions left for the entirety of everything True Function and the Premier Series finals at Motus 2. I'm very excited to see how that's going to go, but we still have an incredible weekend of competition at Dexterity Depot. Any final thoughts, Travis?
No, just it's going to be a great continuation in the remaining age groups today and tomorrow. I mean, even today, we saw some incredible just ninja mastery on some of these obstacles, and then even full course clears from some of these young athletes, and you know it's only going to get better in the remaining age groups. It's going to be exciting stuff. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely, we do not want to miss anything out here. We're going to catch you guys later on for the Mature Kid division in just a moment. So from Travis Rosen and Billy Dixon, we've been your commentators for the kids. We'll see you in a bit. Take care.